Greetings and welcome to a bit of an echoey LGR thing. Just an update here on the status of life, the channel, things throughout the month of September 2025, because my goodness, a lot of things are happening. Not the least of which is I am in my house, or will be very soon. It's finally coming together in terms of being a livable space once again. And at this point, within a couple or few weeks, I should be able to start moving back home. And yeah, for almost a year now, I've been living in a rental after the hurricane. It's crazy because this place is looking so nice now, but not that long ago, it looked like this when two gigantic oak trees came through and cleaved the house in two effectively. Half of the house pretty much had to be torn down and rebuilt. You know, thankfully it wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been. I wasn't hurt. It was one of those things where insurance actually has been working with me, and it's been very slow getting the things we need, but it's happened. And yeah, at this point, it's just things like some electrical and some flooring and trim work, and I think that'll be it. And the place will be hopefully ready to move back in early September. That said though, I'm gonna be away when the place is ready to be moved back into. Just unfortunate timing, I guess, but it is what it is, because I'm gonna be at Vintage Computer Festival Midwest in Chicago, or early Schaumburg, Illinois, as it is now, and it's a new location in a big convention center. I am so very excited for this show. I haven't been to it in a couple of years. I've been doing these other VCFs, and other things have been happening instead of that. Because yeah, I've been wanting to see what it's like at a new place. And now that they've got it and they've done it once, I'm so happy to be going back and like seeing what it's like. So yeah, I'm gonna be making a video about that. Both one like a kind of scripted LGR kind of video, as I usually do here on this channel, at some point in September about that show. And then I'll have the vlog, which I have been doing for about pretty much all these trips here recently, over in LGR Blurbs. So those might actually be the only two videos though that go up here in the month of September, other than this one. So I really just wanted to let y'all know that, yeah, like I'm not disappearing, and things are really good actually. Things have been great. It's just that I'm going to be away at that for 10 days. It's a 10-day trip, since I'm also doing KnobCon. I'm attending that convention the weekend before, because I've just always wanted to go to it, the big synthesizer thing, and seems fun. So yeah, that's I don't know if I'm going to be recording that necessarily, but I just want to see what that's like. And yeah, going with my brother and just having fun with that. But it does, of course, impede on both moving back home and doing other things on the channel. Again, it's just unfortunate timing. Like, we've had this whole year to get all this stuff done here at the house, and it's just now coming together at the same time as this big trip that I've had planned for, I mean, you know, ever since, I guess, the last time I was at BCF, really. I knew I was going to come back as soon as I heard that they were doing a new venue. And, oh yeah, that would be 2025. Well, 2025 ended up being a very odd year. Again, though, overall, a very good one, I think, in terms of like the channel and just, you know, personal growth. Coming to terms with, my goodness, a lot of things, a lot of realities and truths, and relearning how I need to be as a person, and what I want to do going forward, and how I want to surround myself with surroundings. And I don't know, a lot of things go through your head when your house gets smashed up by a hurricane, and you know, my collection and that whole thing, like, it's just reevaluating existence and LGR things in general, and you know, deciding, really reinvigorating my own desires to continue the channel and grow it and expand it and do other things. And I hope that over the past year or so, some of that has been apparent, you know, trying some, out of necessity really, trying some different topics and different approaches to videos here and there, and things that I maybe otherwise would have never covered had it not been for the fact that, you know, the house was being rebuilt and all my stuff, all the computers and things went into storage. So it's made me branch out a little bit in terms of topics and subject matter, and honestly, response has been great. So I really do appreciate your support in that respect, and all the encouragement and stuff. You know, not just monetarily, you know, it's just all this support is highly necessary, I'm finding. And that's one of the biggest things I've learned over this past amount of time since the storm in particular is just, my goodness, people and the community and everything else are just so integral to all of this. And it doesn't make sense whatsoever to just completely go at it solo, right? And I do mean that in very many ways. So yeah, I would like to, once I get settled back into the house and stuff, start doing some other things, maybe more collaboratively, or like getting some folks to come here and maybe help out with us. I want to build the other building and everything over there. I've talked about some of this before on the sort of future of LGR video I did some months ago. But yeah, there's a lot of things all in the works, in the pipeline, being shuffled around on the stovetop of life at the moment. And yeah, as a result, just want to say that September is a little bit weird in terms of videos and stuff coming out, but I hope that you stick around for things that are coming up after that, because it's going to be awesome. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing more of the status of like the house itself and things like that, then I do have a Patreon where that is a thing that we go over each month, but obviously it's not necessary. It's just something that I like to go into a little bit more detail for the people that really seem to care about that kind of thing. And otherwise, I mean, I don't really want to make this a house restoration channel or rebuilding or, the tour of the new whatever. It's not what I'm interested in for LGR, for the primary videos anyway. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Just kind of a quick update, Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Oh yeah, I'm bald. Yeah, that's a thing. I just kind of went with it, did it on a whim. After the last trip that I did, the South Carolina Greenville convention thing, it was so disgusting. It was hot and sweaty and humid and gross with all those heat waves that were coming through back then. I'm just like, I'm just gonna buzz it off, see how I feel. And you know what? It felt great. And I think it looks pretty good too. So I'm gonna continue with that for a while and just been buzzing it every couple of days. And it's like surprisingly simple in terms of upkeep. I was always kind of, wary of that. Like, do I really want to mess with keeping that going all the time? And it's like, it's easy enough as long as you stay on top of it. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. So just wanted to kind of put myself on camera before going to VCF Midwest, and everybody's gonna be like, who's this guy? Yeah, it's me. Just don't have any hair now, which is by choice. So anyway, that's it for this, genuinely. I appreciate you watching to this point if you have, and watching the other things that I put out there, and I hope that you enjoy whatever is coming up. Sorry for all the echoey and craziness of this room, but I just wanted to show the place a little tiny bit, and so hopefully this wasn't too distracting. I very much worry about audio more than anything else. I don't know why, but I do. Anyway, that's really it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see a lot of you at VCF Midwest and beyond with LGR things in the future. Thanks for watching.